Hello, what's up to people who are watching in the future? Yep. Just make sure my camera was good. Oh yeah. Oh, my arms are sore. My arms are very sore. Just gonna wait for some people to log on. Okay, hey, what's up? Hi, my name's Bobbie. Welcome to my channel. Today's Tuesdays. We're gonna be doing yoga for cyclists. Nice slow flow. So we're gonna be getting into alignment and just holding poses for a little bit longer, but it's still gonna be a vinyasa flow. So it won't be like, it'll be like super stretchy, but also super strengthening as we'll be holding strong poses for longer as well. It's like warriors. So as far as props go, I have 2 blocks. You probably only need 1 block if you use a block. If you have a hard time reaching the ground, if you have tight hamstrings. Hi, thank you, same to you. Oh yeah, if you have a strap, grab a strap. Probably gonna need that right away. If you don't have a strap, you can use like a tie, a rope, a belt, or even like a small like hand towel. But you don't need a strap. It's just helpful. And then I have a blanket if you have like sensitive knees like I do, or if you just want to be warm in Shavasana or whatever and whatnot. Yeah. So I'm really sore today. I did 108 sun salutations yesterday. Don't know if any of you guys tuned into that, but you can watch it again on my friend Ray's yoga channel, namasteyoga.com. It's like namaste, but RAE at the end. Or not .com, on her YouTube channel, Namaste Yoga on YouTube. So yeah, you can do 108 sun salutations if you want. It's a lot of fun. It's a good thing to do during the change of seasons. Yesterday was the winter solstice, which is why we did it. And yeah, so we had 4 yoga teachers leading 108 sun salutations. Yeah, let's get started. We're gonna get started lying on our backs in Shavasana. So make sure if you're using a strap or tie or belt or something that it's close by. So lie on your back like you're in Shavasana. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Let the arms rest down by the sides, palms face up. The legs are relaxed completely, so the heels turn in and the toes turn up. If you haven't already, close the eyes, relax the face. Begin to deepen the breath. Breathing in and out through the nose.
What?
Fill up the lungs completely on every inhale. And then empty them out completely on every exhale. Feel the back body touching the earth. And feel the air on the front body. Notice any thoughts that may come to mind. Watch them, observe them, but don't make any attachments or judgments about them. And then let them go with each exhale, allowing yourself to clear your mind and be present. Take a few more moments here. If you haven't already, maybe you add in your Ujjayi breath, by constricting the back of the throat slightly, kind of making a ha sound with the lips closed. Take a moment to notice how the body feels right now. Notice areas of tension and areas without tension. And notice how the mind feels right now. Once again, don't make any attachments or judgments, just note observations. Maybe set an intention for your practice today, whether it's for you or for someone else. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and then let that intention go with an exhale out through the mouth. Let's take 2 more cleansing breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. Reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a morning stretch. Then hug the knees into the chest. Stay here for a moment, rock from side to side a little, massaging the back, the entire back, the whole spine. Maybe doing some circles with the legs, really getting into the low back. And then from here, bring the left sole of the foot on the earth and the right sole of the foot pointing up towards the sky. Knees slightly out to the right. Flex the right toes. So this right hand can also either be behind the thigh, outside of the calf ankle, or outside of the foot, half happy baby. Maybe this left leg falls open slightly, getting a little more stretch in the groin and the left hip. Or you can lengthen the left leg out to get a deeper stretch in the right leg. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side, really getting into that hip joint. And then from here, bend that left leg again if you lengthen it out long. Cross right ankle over left thigh. Press the right knee slightly outward. You can stay right here, or maybe begin to hug the legs in, threading that right arm through that figure 4 shape and interlacing the hands either behind the left thigh or in front of the left shin. You can use this right elbow to gently nudge the right knee out a little bit for a more intense stretch. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth. And breathe into that right outer hip. Really good stretch to stretch out the glutes and outer hips for when you ride your bike a lot. Or if you're just an athlete in general, or just in general. Hip openers are good for everyone. All right, from here, we're gonna bring that left sole of the foot back on the ground. Find your prop if you're using it. If you're not using a prop, well, I'll just demonstrate the prop first. So you're gonna take your strap or tie or belt or whatever towel you're using, bring it around the ball of the right foot, Oh, my hamstrings are so tight from those sense salutations yesterday. This is gonna feel good. Okay, flex the right toes and reach that right leg up towards the sky. Try to have a nice straight leg here. If you're not using a prop, you can bring the hands either to the back of the thigh, the calf, or bring peace fingers around the big toe. Try to keep both shoulders grounded. You can keep the left sole of the foot on the earth, or for a more intense stretch, lengthen it out long in front of you. If you lengthen it out long, keep that left leg engaged, flex the left toes up towards the sky. Really send the breath into the back of that right leg. We want to hold our poses for a little bit longer today, really getting into our stretches and our strengthening postures. Moving as slow as we can, as if we're moving in slow motion. Then from here, bring both ends of your prop into your right hand, or just bring your leg into your right hand. Keep that left hip grounded, but begin to open that right leg out, that right foot out to the right. So try not to let the left hip come up. Keep it grounded. So this right leg probably isn't going to come all the way down to the ground. That's okay. You can use your elbow to kind of prop it up. Or if you have other props like blocks and stuff, you can place that under the leg too. Send the breath into the inner thigh. Keep flexing those right toes and flexing the left toes if you have the left leg lengthened. You can still have the left sole of the foot on the ground if you need. Couple more deep breaths here. Really send the breath into the areas where you feel tension. On your next inhale, reach that right leg back up towards the sky. Bring both ends of your prop in the left hand this time, or just bring your leg into your left hand. Keep that right shoulder grounded. Maybe even take your right thumb placed in the hip crease to press that right hip downward so your hip's not tempted to hike up. And keep flexing the right toes and left toes. Bring that right foot slightly over to the left side, keeping the right hip grounded, really flexing through the right toes. You should begin to feel a stretch in that right outer leg, the IT band. It can be pretty intense. Just breathe into it. Breathe. Use your exhales to help you release tension. And then from here, you're going to let that right leg gently fall all the way over to the left side, or almost all the way over. It doesn't have to land on the ground. We're going to try to keep the right shoulder grounded. I can move away from the wall. Okay. So try to keep that right shoulder grounded. It's okay if your foot's up here, or if you have a bend in the knee. You can also just bend the knee completely. We're using this as more of a twist, but you get a more intense IT band stretch if you have the leg straight. Send the breath into the belly. Oh yeah, the gaze can be straight up at the sky or over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. On an inhale, bring that right leg up through center, and then release it out long next to the left leg. Or if the left leg is bent, reach both legs out long for just a moment. And just take a moment to notice the difference between the two legs. And then we're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. Once again, take the left sole of the foot, pointing up towards the sky. Left knee pointing toward or like up to the outside of that left shoulder. Flex the left toes. Left hand can either be at the back of the thigh, outer calf, outer ankle, or outer foot. Half happy baby. Right leg can stay bent, can open up wide, or reach out long in front of you. Just try to keep that right leg engaged. Flex those toes. Don't let it just sit there. Maybe find a little movement here, really getting into that left hip joint. And then from here, bend the right knee. Right sole of the foot lands on the earth. Cross left ankle over right thigh. Keep flexing those left toes to protect the knee and ankle joint. Gently press the left knee out. Stay here or begin to move the legs inward. Thread the left arm through that figure four shape and interlace the hands either behind the right thigh or in front of the right shin. Wherever you're at, keep lengthening the tailbone down. Keep the left foot flexed. Actually, flex both feet. Why not? Send the breath into that left outer hip. Maybe using your left elbow to gently press that left knee out to intensify the stretch. And then from here, place the right foot down, uncross the left ankle, and find your prop if you're using it. Place whatever prop you're using on the ball of your foot, the left foot. Flex the left toes back towards the shin or the face. If you're not using a prop, you can just bring your hands to the back of the thigh or anywhere on the leg. Keep flexing those left toes. Shoulders are grounded. Right knee can stay bent or lengthen out long in front of you. Just try to keep that right leg engaged. Use your breath to help you release tension. The left hamstring is super tight today. You may notice that one side is tighter than the other, and that is totally fine. That's normal. And then from here, if you're using a prop, bring both ends of it into the left hand. Gently begin to open the left leg out to the left, keeping that right hip grounded. So the left leg is probably not going to come all the way down to the ground. And that's fine. Send your breath into that left inner thigh. Keep the right leg engaged if you have it lengthened out long. You can even bring the right arm out to the right. On an inhale, bring the left leg up through center. Switch hands, so bring the left leg into the right hand or both ends of your prop into the right hand. You bring the left thumb into that hip crease to press that hip downward so it's not tempted to hike up. Keep the left hip grounded and begin to gently let it not fall. Yeah, I guess kind of fall toward the right side, but not all the way down. Keep flexing through the left toes. Should be able to stretch in that left outer leg, the IT band. And then from here, gently let the left leg fall all the way down to the right side. It can stay lifted. Try to keep the left shoulder grounded. Maybe bend the left knee. Whatever feels best in your body. Gaze can either be straight up or over the left shoulder. Send the breath into the belly. On an inhale, slowly bring the left leg back up. Release your prop if you were using it. Lengthen both legs out long for a moment. Notice how they feel. And then hug the knees back in. Either roll off to one side and make your way to hands and knees, tabletop position, moving slowly and mindfully, or slowly, mindfully begin to rock up and down the spine a few times, slowly making your way to hands and knees, tabletop position. If you'd like, bring a blanket underneath the knees like I'm doing. If you have sensitive knees, hands can come underneath the shoulders, fingertips spread nice and wide. Press into the palms, pull the belly button in, and press into the tops of the feet. On an inhale, we're going to let the belly sink, lift the heart, lift the hips, cow pose. As you exhale, nice and slow, round the spine, look down towards the thighs, pull the belly in. Inhale, lift the heart, let the belly sink, but keep the abdomen engaged. Exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Moving with your breath, nice, slow, even breaths. Use your breath to guide your movement. On your next inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position, nice flat spine. Keep the hips nice and high above the knees, but begin to walk the hands out in front of you, reaching the heart down towards the earth. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Either the forehead comes down to the earth or onto a prop, or the chest and chin. Send the breath into the shoulders and chest. You can even close the eyes. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, begin to slide the heart through, bringing the shoulders right above the elbows. Press into the palms, roll the shoulder blades down the back, press into the tops of the feet, lengthen the tailbone back. Sphinx pose. You can close the eyes once again if you'd like. At any point, I guess you could close the eyes. And then stay here in your Sphinx. Or if you'd like to come into a quad stretch, bend the right knee, reach back for that right foot with the right hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best you can. Lengthen the tailbone back. Breathe here. Carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it, and switch sides. Bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Ooh, my shoulders are tight today too. Square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best you can. Keep lengthening the tailbone back. Send the breath into the top of that left thigh. Relax any unnecessary tension from the face. Carefully release the left foot if you grabbed it. Lower the forehead down. Bring the hands by the low ribs. Squeeze the elbows in. Keep pressing into the tops of the feet. On an inhale, lift the head and heart, using only the back strength at first. On your next inhale, begin to press into the palms to come up to your cobra. Keep rolling the shoulder blades down the back, elbows squeeze in. On an exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal through the feet. Maybe sway the hips a little bit. Really press into the palms to lift the hips up nice and high. And then find stillness for a few moments, a few breaths. Really pressing into the palms to lift the hips up. Letting the shoulders roll down the back so the shoulders aren't hiking up towards the ears. If you feel like your spine is rounding forward, you can take a deep bend in the knees so you find that nice long spine that we're looking for in this pose. Pull the belly in. Bring the gaze towards the navel. Relax any unnecessary tension from the face. Bend the knees, look forward. Slowly begin to walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Feet land underneath the hips. Let the body hang over the legs. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Relax the head and neck completely. Crown of the head points down towards the earth. Maybe find a little movement here. Slow movements, mindful movements, intentional movements. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you need. And if you'd like more of a stretch in the lower back rather than the hamstrings, then bring a deep bend in the knees. Try to bring more weight toe side rather than heel side. And then if you clasped opposite elbows, release the arms down. Everyone bring a deep bend in the knees and very, very slowly begin to roll up through the spine, exaggerating each vertebra. Once you arrive, shoulder blades roll down the back, palms spin open, and the head lifts up last. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a few deep breaths here. Grounded through the feet, lifted through the crown of the head and the heart. You can keep the feet hips-width distance apart or bring them together, whatever works best in your body. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, gaze up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold, over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into your plank. Hold this plank for a moment. Lengthen the tailbone back, press through the heels, reach through the crown of the head, pull the belly in towards the spine. You can always lower down to the knees. On an inhale, begin to shift the weight and more into the tips of the toes. As you exhale, slowly begin to lower all the way down to the belly or halfway down into your chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a couple of deep breaths here. On an inhale, reach that right leg up towards the sky. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Squeeze the heel in towards the glute. Turn that right shoulder down. You're gonna be tempted to open it up. You want to square the shoulders off to the mat. Maybe do a few leg circles in both directions. Maybe do a few ankle circles in both directions. Then straighten that right leg, square off the hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Ground through the back heel. Align front heel with the arch of the back foot. Reach the left fingertips forward. And then use that arm to guide you up to stand in your warrior two. Both arms reach out in either direction. Gaze is over the right fingertips. Press that right knee gently out to the right so you can see your right big toe when you look down. Shoulder blades relax down away from the ears. Belly pulls in. Tailbone lengthens down. Left arm is lifting as high as the right. Couple more breaths here. Maybe sink a little deeper into that front leg. Then from here, flip the front palm. On an inhale, left arm down the left leg, right arm reaches up overhead, reverse warrior. Keep lunging through that front leg. Breathe into the right side body. On an inhale, begin to straighten that right leg, reverse triangle. As you exhale, slowly reach the right fingertips forward as far as you can until you can't reach anymore. Then gently place that right hand down anywhere on the leg, the floor, or a block. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Keep both legs engaged. Right hip pulls back, left hip slightly forward. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Gaze can be up at the sky or left fingertips, or just straight out in front of you, or down to the earth. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Stay here, or maybe to challenge the core a little bit, reach the right fingertips forward, and then the left arm overhead, palms face one another. Breathe here. Then on an inhale, everyone come up, left arm reaches down the left leg, right arm overhead, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two, bend into the front knee, both arms reach out. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, reach the right fingertips forward as far as you can. Once again, right forearm to thigh, or right hand comes down to a block or the floor at the inside of the left leg. Flip the left palm up towards the sky. Seriously, I feel like facing the wrong way. I don't want to face my back to you guys. So, okay. And then reach that left arm over the left ear. Spin the heart open. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Look up towards the sky. Side angle. From here, you bring the left arm down to the inside of that left leg. Walk both hands to the left side of the mat. Spin the right toes forward so both feet are parallel. Inhale here, find length in the spine. Exhale, reach the crown of the head down towards the earth. If your head reaches the earth easily, you can heel toe the feet in to challenge yourself a little bit. Breathe into those hamstrings. Relax the head and neck completely. On an inhale, lift up halfway, hands come underneath the shoulders. And then spin both hands forward to frame the front foot, right foot. Spin both feet forward. So we're gonna lunge with the right foot forward. Hug this right foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. You can keep the right leg lifted or lower it. You can stay in your down dog or move through a vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Try to move slow and intentionally. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths in your down dog. Maybe notice how this down dog feels compared to the first one. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Squeeze the left foot in. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. Moving nice and slow. Maybe do a few ankle circles in both directions. Straighten the left leg, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands. Ground through the back heel. Align front heel with the arch of the back foot. Reach the right fingertips forward. Use the right hand to guide you up into your warrior two. Gaze is over the left fingertips. Shoulders roll down away from the ears. Lunge through that front knee. Press it slightly out to the left so you can see your left big toe when you look down. Engage the abdomen. Both arms are up at the same height. Maybe sink a little bit further down into your lunge. Then flip the front palm. On an inhale, right arm reaches down the right leg, left arm reaches up overhead. Reverse warrior, keep lunging through that front knee. Breathe into the left side body. On an inhale, straighten the left leg. Reverse triangle. As you exhale, reach the left fingertips forward as far as you can till you can't reach any more than that left hand land anywhere on the leg, the floor, or a block. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Shoulder blades roll down away from the ears. Press into that left big toe. Gaze is either up at the right fingertips, straight out to the right side of the mat, or down towards the floor. Nice long left side body and right side body. Stay here or reach the left fingertips out in front of you and the right arm overhead as well for a little bit of a challenge for the core. Then everyone inhale, lift up, reach the right arm down the right leg, left arm overhead, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend into the front knee, both arms reach out, warrior two. And your next exhale, reach the left fingertips forward as far as you can. Either left arm to left forearm to thigh. Left hand down to the inside of the foot, either on the floor or a block. Right palm flips up towards the sky. And then right arm reaches over the right ear. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Heart spins open. As you exhale, bring both hands down to the inside of the left foot. Then walk them to the right side of the mat. Flip or spin the left toes forward so both feet are parallel. From here, plant the left hand down. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, plant the right hand down. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Then from here, walk both hands forward to frame the front foot, but spin both feet forward, back into your lunge with the left foot forward. Plant the hands, hug this left foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. You can keep the left leg lifted or lower it. Move through your vinyasa or just stay in your down dog or child's pose. Inhale, plank, moving nice and slow. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. And from here, lower the knees down to the earth. Big toes touch. Knees can either be wide or together. Hips reach back towards the heels. Arms reach out in front of you or down by the sides. Child's pose. Notice how moving slow can actually be very challenging. I feel like this moving slow, doing a nice slow flow like this is more challenging than moving fast sometimes. Then when you're ready, tuck the toes underneath, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring that right knee forward towards the right wrist. Kick the right foot out to the left side, then lower everything down, making your way into your pigeon pose. If this pose is painful at all, that's okay, or if it's not okay, don't take it if it's painful. Instead, you can come onto your back and take reclined pigeon like we did at the beginning of class. Crossing right ankle over left thigh, maybe hugging the legs in. Just remember, always listen to your body. Everyone's body is different. So some poses may work for some people and others, it may not. If you're in this version of pigeon, inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale, begin to fold forward. Maybe coming down to the forearms. Maybe lying onto some props. If you feel like this hip is coming up high, you can place a prop underneath there. Wherever you're at, maybe begin to close the eyes, relax the face, and send the breath into the areas where you feel the most tension. Use your breath to let go of that tension. you can stay in your sleeping pigeon, or if you'd like to come into a bit of a quad stretch, if you have a strap, you can use your strap, but you don't need it necessarily. So you're gonna have a nice small little loop in your strap, and you're gonna bend that left knee, wrap that strap around the left foot, ball of the foot, and pull it in. Otherwise, you can also just grab your foot. Carefully release that left foot back. Everyone begin to walk up to the palms. If you're in your reclined pigeon, just switch legs, cross left ankle over right thigh. If you're moving into your regular pigeon, just bring that right leg up into your three-legged dog. Roll the ankle out a little bit, and then switch sides. Lift the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, left knee towards left wrist. Kick the left foot out towards the right. Lower everything down. For a more intense stretch, you'll bring this left foot further away from the body. For less of a stretch, you'll pull it in towards you. Try to press that right hip down so your hips are nice and square. Try not to roll over to one side too much. On an inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, maybe begin to fold forward. Send the breath into that left outer hip, the left glute. If you'd like, maybe walk the hands up, either grabbing onto your strap or just using your left hand, bend the right knee, reach back for that right foot or your strap for a bit of a quad stretch. Carefully release that right foot back. Everyone walk back up onto the palms. If you're in your reclined pigeon, just stay on your backs, uncross the legs. From here, from your pigeon, tuck the back toes, lift that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Circle the ankle a little bit, and then lower the left foot down. From here, I don't remember. Oh, sorry. All right, bend the knees, look forward. Either step or hop the feet through to a seat. Woo. All right, from here, I'm going to face the long edge of my mat. You can do that too, or you can stay at the top of the mat, whatever feels best for you. I just like to have padding underneath my heels for this next pose, these next poses. So, reach the right leg out to the right, left foot comes in towards that right inner thigh. If you're having a hard time sitting up tall here, you can place some props underneath the sit bones. Flex the right toes. Right leg can be bent or straight, whatever feels best for you. On an inhale, exhale, begin to twist the body over towards that right leg. So face the right leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over that right leg. If you need, you can also use a strap here to bring the foot closer to you. Try to keep a nice long spine. Send the breath into that right hamstring, right hip. Keep that right leg engaged. On an inhale, come back up to sit up tall, and then switch sides. Bend the right leg, reach the left leg out to the left, flex through the left toes, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist towards the left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lead with the heart, fold over that left leg. On inhale, rise back up to a seat, and then reach both legs out wide. Flex the toes up towards the sky. Maybe move the backs of the flesh out from underneath you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Stay here, or as you exhale, begin to fold forward. Legs do not have to be perfectly straight. You can have a bend in the knees. Reach the heart forward. Keep the legs engaged. Use your breath to help you release tension. On an inhale, slowly walk the hands back in. Come to sit up nice and tall. Bring the hands to the outer thighs. Bring a bend to the knees. And slowly walk the legs toward one another. From here, make your way to sit up on the heels. Bring a blanket underneath the knees if you have sensitive knees like me. And yeah, sit up on the heels. We're going to come into Ustrasana, camel pose. So, from here, stand up on the knees. Tuck the toes underneath. Legs should be about hips width distance apart. Press the hips forward. Bring the hands to the low back. Fingertips point up. Elbows squeeze toward one another. Heart lifts. Begin. All right, so find length to start. Standing up nice and tall. Then as you exhale, begin to bend back, keeping the chin tucked, or begin to release the head back. Keep the hands at the hips, or release one arm back to the right heel, and the other arm back to the left heel. Keep pressing the hips forward. Engage the glutes. Keep the abdomen engaged. If you grab the heels, carefully bring the hands back to the hips. Tuck the chin and slowly rise back up. Lower the hips onto the heels for a moment. Pull the belly in towards the spine to release the low back. And then we'll do that one more time. This time, if you'd like to intensify it, you can keep the toes untucked. Bring the hips or hands back to the hips. Fingertips point up, find length. Press the elbows back, or squeeze the elbows back together. Begin to bend into the upper back. Press the hips forward. Maybe the head reaches back. Maybe the hands come to the heels. Keep pressing those hips forward. Engage the abdomen. Squeeze the glutes. Carefully bring the hands back to the hips if they're not there already. Tuck the chin. Come to Siddha. Stand up tall on the knees. Bring the hips back towards the heels. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then from here, you can either come to sit on your blanket if you're using it, or come to sit on the floor. Reach the left leg out, cross right leg over left. Stay here, or bend the left knee, bringing the left foot towards the right outer hip. Keep both sit bones grounded. So if you're having a hard time keeping both sit bones grounded, then you can keep the left leg lengthened. Just make sure to engage that left leg. Keep the toes flexed. From here, bring the right hand behind you. Inhale to sit up nice and tall, or to find length, reach the left arm up. Exhale, begin to twist to the right, either wrapping the left arm around the right leg, or hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Inhale to find length. Exhale might help you twist a little bit more. Gaze is either straight out to the right or back behind you over the right shoulder. On an exhale, carefully unwind, taking a little counter twist to the left. And then we'll switch sides. Reach the right leg out long, cross the left leg over the right. Stay here, or bend the right knee, bringing that right foot to the outside of the left hip. From here, place the left hand back behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up, find length. Exhale, twist to the left, either wrapping the left arm around the right leg, or hooking the right arm around the left leg, or hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Yeah, okay. Gaze is either straight to the out to the left, or back behind you over the left shoulder. Breathe as big as you can into the belly, wringing out those internal organs. On an exhale, carefully unwind. Take a little counter twist to the right. And then uncross the legs. Reach the legs out long in front of you. And let's slowly lower down onto the back. So you can either have straight legs or the soles of the feet on the earth, whatever works best for you. Slowly, as slow as you can, pulling the belly in towards the spine. It's really hard. Try to breathe through it. Try not to skip any vertebra. Once you make it onto your back, hug the knees in for a moment. Then bring both soles of the feet up towards the sky. About a 90-degree bend in the legs. Knees are open wide towards the outside of either shoulder. Hands can either come behind the thighs, outer calves, outer ankles, or outer feet. Lengthen the tailbone down. Press the legs or feet into the hands, and the hands back into the legs or feet. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Switching off. Maybe you straighten both legs. Keep lengthening the tailbone down towards the earth. I'm trying to move over so my foot doesn't hit the wall. That probably looked really weird. Try not to lift the tailbone off the earth. And then give yourself one last big hug. Squeeze the knees in towards the forehead. Take a couple deep breaths here. Getting into a tiny little ball, as small as you can get. Take one more inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Let the legs reach out long in front of you. Arms down by the sides. Setting up for your Shavasana. Coming back to where we started. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Relax every single muscle in the body. Relax the face, the crown of the head. Uncrinkle the forehead. Unclench the jaw. Feel the eyes sink into their sockets. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. Relax the upper arms, the lower arms, the hands, and each and every finger. Relax the chest, the heart, the belly, the spine, the hips, the pelvis. Relax the upper legs, the knees, the lower legs, the feet, and each and every toe. Still letting go of your thoughts, noticing them, observing them, but not making any attachments or judgments about them. Let them go. Allow yourself to be present in this moment of total relaxation. Let the breath return to its natural state, releasing any breath control. Shavasana. you'd like to stay in your Shavasana, please do. But if you're ready to come out, start by deepening the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. Reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a morning stretch. Hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll over onto one side. Rest here for a moment. Then whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, carefully make your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Once you arrive, sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. Reclose the eyes if you opened them. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale, exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself. Thank your body for all that it does for you. And I thank you for joining me, for sharing your breath with me, your space with me virtually. I hope you can take the benefits from tonight's class with you into the rest of your night, the rest of your week, and onto your bike. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you had a good class. I know I did. I really like slow flows. That's nice. It's it's also really strong too when you're moving through like the stronger poses like warriors, or even just trying to move slow through your vinyasa. So I hope you noticed that, because I really like that feeling of just like trying to move mindfully and slowly. Yeah, thank you again. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like my videos, stuff like that. Thank you again. Let me know if there's anything you want to work on in any future classes. And please join me on Thursday for my yin yoga class at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be doing bedtime yin yoga for a good night's sleep, so you can get a good night's sleep in for Santa to come the next day or overnight, so you can wake up early to get your presents. And then on Saturday, I'll be doing my energizing vinyasa at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, a little Xmas detox flow, so that'll be really fun. Yeah, thank you again. And then join me again next Tuesday for Yoga for Cyclists at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week is a full moon, so full moon yoga. Yay, okay. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing Capricorn classes soon, after New Year's. And please donate if you can. Thank you. Have a good night.